Most people think being ahead financially looks obvious. A big house, luxury cars, money that everyone can see, but real financial progress rarely looks like that in the beginning. In fact, if you're truly ahead of most people, it might not even feel like it. You might still question yourself, still feel behind, still wonder if you're doing enough. But there are a few quiet signs that reveal the truth. Signs that you're already doing something most people never do. And if these signs are part of your life, you may already be ahead of 95% of people financially. The first sign is simple but powerful. You think about the future more than the present. Most people live only for today. They spend money the moment they earn it. They chase comfort. They chase entertainment. They chase short-term pleasure. New phone, new clothes, another night out, another thing they don't actually need. And they call it living. But you feel something different. When you look at money, you don't just see what it can buy today. You see what it can build tomorrow. You think about 5 years from now, 10 years from now. You think about freedom. Freedom to choose where you work. Freedom to choose how you spend your time. Freedom to wake up without financial pressure sitting on your chest. And because of that, you pause before spending. You question purchases. You delay gratification. Not because you're cheap, but because you understand something most people ignore. Every dollar you spend today is a piece of your future you're giving away. And every dollar you keep, invest, or use wisely is a brick in the life you're building. This mindset alone separates you from the majority, because most people are not planning their future. They are escaping their present. The second sign is even more uncomfortable. You feel discipline where others choose comfort. Look around. Most people avoid discomfort at all costs. They avoid learning about money. They avoid budgeting. They avoid investing. They say things like, "I'll start saving later. I'll figure out someday. I just want to enjoy life right now." But deep down, that isn't enjoyment. It's avoidance. And avoidance is expensive. You, on the other hand, feel the pressure. You know money mistakes compound. So you face things most people ignore. You look at your bank account honestly. You track where your money goes. You think about debt. You think about income. You think about how to grow. Sometimes it feels heavy. Sometimes it feels like you're missing out. While others are spending freely, you're thinking carefully. While others chase comfort, you choose control. And that choice can feel lonely. But discipline always looks lonely in the beginning. The truth is simple. Comfort keeps people stuck. Discipline moves people forward. Every time you say no to something unnecessary, every time you save instead of spend, every time you invest instead of consume, you move one step further away from financial stress and one step closer to financial control. Now, the third sign is the most powerful of all. You are quietly building habits that most people never develop. Wealth is not created in one moment. It is created through small decisions repeated thousands of times. Most people are waiting for a big break, a big promotion, a lucky investment, a sudden opportunity. But you are not waiting. You are building. You learn about money. You think about how to increase your income. You think about skills, opportunities, long-term growth. You begin to see money differently, not as something to spend, but as something to multiply. And that shift changes everything. Because the moment you stop seeing money as a reward and start seeing it as a tool, your behavior changes. You become more patient, more strategic, more aware of time. You realize something most people discover too late. Time is the most powerful financial advantage in the world. Every year you invest wisely compounds. Every skill you build compounds. Every smart decision compounds. Small actions, repeated consistently, turn into massive outcomes. But here's the strange part. While you're building all of this, it might still feel like you're behind. Because real financial progress is quiet. It doesn't look impressive at first. It looks like saying no when others say yes. It looks like saving while others spend. It looks like learning while others scroll. It looks like patience in a world addicted to speed. And because of that, many people underestimate their progress. They compare themselves to people showing wealth online. They compare themselves to lifestyles that are often built on debt, not discipline. But real wealth rarely announces itself early. It grows silently, In bank accounts people don't show. In investments people don't talk about. In habits people don't notice. And one day, the quiet discipline starts to show. Suddenly the stress others feel doesn't touch you. Suddenly opportunities appear that others can't afford to take. Suddenly you have options. And options are the true definition of wealth. So if you see these signs in your life, take a moment to recognize something important. You're not behind. You are building. But there's also a warning here. Being ahead today does not guarantee anything tomorrow. The world rewards consistency, not occasional effort. The moment you relax, the moment you drift back into comfort, the moment you stop thinking long-term, progress stops. And that is why discipline must become part of your identity. Not something you do sometimes, but something you are. You are the person who thinks before spending. You are the person who invests in the future. You are the person who chooses growth over comfort. Day after day, decision after decision, until one day you look back and realize the person you used to be is almost unrecognizable. Not because of luck, not because of talent, but because of thousands of quiet decisions that most people were never willing to make. And the best part? You don't need permission to continue. You don't need approval. You don't need the world to notice. You only need to keep moving, one disciplined decision at a time, because the habits you build today are quietly building the life you will live tomorrow.